Hey guys, welcome back to Murad Dhanran, and आज की वीडियो में we're outside one of the most prettiest universities in Sweden and also one of the most funniest named universities in Sweden. I've been here since a day and I can't stop laughing. It's Lund University. Yeah, it's pronounced as Lund. अब जब गंदा दिमाग बंद करो, and in this video we're going to talk about whether it makes sense to study in Sweden or not, who should come here, post-study work visa, salary, jobs, everything, and yeah, थोड़ा सा funny भी होने वाला है. Dude, किसी का AirPods गिरे. I shouldn't be touching it. Let's go. Now the tuition fees to study in Sweden is 8 से 30 लाख रुपए, 8 for 1 year. And if it is a 2-year degree, it goes on to 16 lakh rupees. Usually public universities like these will have 16 to 20 lakh rupees ka tuition fees for 2 years. Now comparing that to USA, Australia, UK, usually on the lower end. In terms of post-study work visa, once you complete your degree, you get a 1-year post-study work visa, which is ideally on the lower end. But getting a sponsored job in Sweden is much easier than getting a sponsored job in UK. Now talking about the language, extremely important, and you will have to learn Swedish. If you don't learn Swedish, getting a full-time job would be hard. But what about part-time jobs? Easier to get. एक एक करके सारी चीजों के बारे में बात करते हैं. I was walking around the campus and this is one of the buildings. The camera does no justice to this building. It is so pretty. This looks insane. One important thing with Sweden is its visa approval rate. Ideally, right now, जहाँ पे Australia is rejecting 60% Indian student visas, Canada is rejecting visas. Sweden में the visa acceptance rate is 82%, and when you're applying to these top universities, the visa acceptance rate goes up to 95%. So more or less, you're getting a visa to study in Sweden. You get a European Schengen visa where you can travel to 27 plus countries if you get into a top university like this. One interesting thing is the tuition fees in the past used to be 5.5 lakh rupees for Indian students, but our currency depreciated so much. जो इन लोगों का क्रोना है, स्वीडिश क्रोना, that used to be somewhere around 7.5 rupees. आज के टाइम पे 10.5 रुपए का चला गया है within 1 year. So imagine how much our currency is depreciating. हाँ, probably आप 1-2 साल और बाद में आओगे तो 15-20% और महंगा हो गया होगा क्योंकि इंडियन रुपी गिरने ही वाला है, and we're not gonna talk about it. So one more good thing about Lund University and Sweden in general is that master's program, they have 700 plus in English. So you will get a lot of courses that you will study in English, completely in English. You don't need to learn the language just for the program. But to get a job, it is important to learn the language. Now, because the tuition fees in Sweden is very low for international students and local students don't pay tuition fees, they don't have a lot of scholarships. But there are 4 scholarships that you must apply for if you're planning to come to Sweden. First one is Malmö University Master's Scholarship. Your full to partial tuition fees gets covered only for Malmö University. Second is Lund University Global Master's Scholarship. In this, your entire tuition fees can get covered. Third is KTH Royal Institute Scholarship. Now your entire tuition fees gets covered. Plus you get 20 lakh rupees as stipend in scholarship as well. So full tuition fees plus 20 lakh stipend. And fourth is Karolinska Institute of Global Master's Scholarship, and your entire tuition fees gets covered in that. Now that's Lund University for you. And now let's talk about if you're actually considering to come to Sweden. Your next best alternative is Denmark, and let's compare Denmark to Sweden. First point, permanent residency, which is amongst the most important points when it comes to Nordic countries. In Denmark, it will take you 8 years. There is a fast track process. You'll have to learn Danish. There is a lot of fund requirements, a lot of points for that, but usually 8 years. On the other hand, in Sweden, you can get it in 4 years. 4 years of work, full-time work, and self-sufficiency, which means you can sustain yourself. You can get a PR in Sweden as opposed to Denmark. So the PR process is much faster in Sweden. Second point is that of language. Now in Denmark, Danish is extremely important. In Sweden, not as important. It is important, not as important, because you can get a PR in Sweden without even learning the language at all. 4 साल, you work here permanently, you get a PR without even learning the language. Can you survive here? Yes, you can survive here again. But yes, to get a good job, it would be very helpful. At the same time, having said that, can you survive without learning Swedish completely? Yes, you can get PR in 4 years, not in Denmark, where you, even after 8 years, you will have to learn a bit of Danish. But that doesn't come to the point of citizenship. If you want citizenship, you will have to pass the knowledge test plus a language test. So citizenship ke liye you need to learn the language, not for PR. Next point is that of average cost of living in Sweden, considerably lower than Denmark. Copenhagen is extremely expensive, but then when you compare it to Malmö or Lund or any other Other second tier city of Sweden, extremely cheap. But at the same time, if you compare Stockholm, the capital of Sweden, to Copenhagen, it is still much cheaper to live in Sweden as opposed to Denmark. Next point of comparison in Denmark and Sweden is that Denmark has a 3-year post-study work visa. Sweden has 12 months, which they are now considering they can make it 18 months as well, but still no comparison. Here, Denmark wins. Next point is that of average salaries. In average salaries, Denmark is way ahead of Sweden. So that's not even a comparison. If salaries is important for you, Denmark way ahead. Ideally, after completing a master's in Denmark, you should be expecting 60 to 70,000 euros ki salary. And on the other hand, in Sweden, it would be around 40,000 euros. So it is considerably different for both. Talking about finding a job, Sweden has a list of 150 occupation list where they are not having enough people to do that jobs, IT and all of those things. But at the same time, Denmark in general for Indians would be easier to find jobs because of more tech companies and a lot more companies. Even though bigger companies that you know of, IKEA and like big companies, Spotify, they are from Sweden, but still it would be easier for an Indian student to find a job in Denmark as opposed to Sweden. Now, while we talk about the positives, there are two major negatives of studying in Sweden as well. First major thing is that of Northvolt case. Now, for those of you who don't know, this was one company that used to hire majority of international talent. 1100 international talent used to work here, and now they're filing for bankruptcy because of AI. A lot of companies, a lot of industries here are firing people. Northvolt ka thoda alag case tha, but they also fired a lot of people. So finding a job is getting harder. And once you get terminated here, you have 90 days. If you're on a sponsored visa, you have 90 days to find another job. 1100 international third country people, not Europeans, not Swedes, got fired here. And they had to find jobs in 90 days. A lot of them did not. A lot of them moved to different European countries. And that's one major bad thing. And the second thing, which is in parallel to this, a bit sad news. First time in 26 years, the number of Indians leaving Sweden are more than the number of Indians coming to Sweden. So 2,500 aaye, 2,600 nikle. Now, the reason for that is also politics. Sweden, also there is extreme right-wing party that is gaining prevalence, and as a result, they want to kick out all the migrants. At the same time, tech layoffs बहुत ज़्यादा हुए. Sweden में बहुत ज़्यादा tech companies थी, उसमें बहुत ज़्यादा layoffs हुए. That was the second reason. So people are choosing other European countries. In a few years, if that party gets elected, ideally हमारा यहाँ आना भी बंद हो जाएगा. Wait, before we move ahead, if you're planning to study in Sweden या फिर Europe की कोई भी other country या USA, UK, कोई भी country, you can go to the description, fill the form. My team will get in touch with you. We will see your profile, recommend you the best options for you. कहाँ पे आपकी profile के हिसाब से और आपकी requirements के हिसाब से best हो सकता है. And then we can continue with the process from there. This is the classroom at Lund University. Imagine studying in this classroom. I just find this so funny. One ridiculously good thing about studying in Sweden is doing a PhD in Sweden is like a paid job. You get पहले तो 30,000 euro तक की salary. वो तो अलग बात. In general, almost all the Nordic countries considers it as a paid job, but a majority of Indian students plan to come to Sweden for PhD. So if PhD is on your mind, getting admission in all the Nordic countries, amongst all the Nordic countries, Sweden is the easiest. And yeah, it is considered a paid job here. In fact, this is what the website looks like. Swedish government की PhD के लिए. Also, Lund University दिखाते थक गया था, तो ये रही Malmö University. Just 30 minutes from Lund University, and also one of the best universities in Sweden. The campus looks absolutely beautiful. Maasin ka river hai, and ye university hai, and that's the train station. Insanely central. काफी छोटी cities है. Lund and Malmö, बहुत ज़्यादा university cities, हद से ज़्यादा छोटी cities. And if you found this video useful, then Denmark में video देखो. I think Denmark is a better option. ये पूरा video बना रखा है Denmark पे. Watch this. Very interesting video.